Hello, hello, it's Liz from Old Staples Crafts, UK-based independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and it's Saturday morning, and today is the 29th of May, and it's a bank holiday in the UK, and I've had confirmation that I've gone live, so that's good. So today's a little overcast still. The forecast is not brilliant, but it's better than it has been. And then we're due to get sunshine over the next few days. It's a bank holiday. Why is this happening? It never happens that we have a bank holiday with sunshine in the UK. That's just not a thing. Anywho, hubby and I are going to go and see my brother and his family today, having a barbecue in their garden. It's brother's birthday, so why wouldn't we go and see him? Because we can at the moment. So yes, excellent news. Just fingers crossed that we continue to see a reduction in hospitalisations and deaths, because the infection rate is going up a little bit here in the UK. Whether that's because we're testing more, because there is some surge testing going on, or whether that's because the numbers are actually going up, I don't know. But fingers crossed. Everything is okay. So today I am looking at the new kit collection. This is coming on Tuesday. So 1st of June there will be kits available to buy. There are two sorts of kits, and we're going to look at one in particular, and hopefully I'm going to have a chance to make all of each of the projects from one of the kits. But I will flip you down. Hello, Nora. I will flip you down and we can start taking a look. So bear with me while I go picture in picture. There we go. Ooh, that's a bit smaller than it was. Oh, no, we're good. We're good. Yep, we're good. Let me just go a little bit further up and then I will know where I am. The idea is that I keep within the paper and then I know you can see things. So there are two types of kits. They're all inclusive, or they're each all inclusive, but some of them have stamps and ink and some of them don't. So which one have I got here? Right, so this is the one we're going to be playing with, so I'll put that to one side for the moment. This is one of the ones that is without stamping. They're really sensibly priced. These are £11, I think, something like that. So this is the Notes of Cheer card kit, and I'm just going to open it up. It comes in this lovely box, really great for gifting. The all-inclusive no stamping tend, from what I can tell, to come without cellophane wrapping around the outside, and then the ones that include stamping have cellophane around the outside. So the boxes are slightly smaller than the paper pumpkin boxes. Morning, Christine. So let's pop that into the bin. So as I say, this is one of the ones that doesn't include stamping. They all come with full colour instructions, and that's whether they are including stamps or not. There are QR codes for basics, so you can scan your QR code. You can also watch detailed instructions by scanning the QR code for those who have smartphones. And then full colour instructions with how you're putting it together, and we'll go through this when I look at the other one. They're absolutely perfect for gifting and posting out. You are right, Christine. Morning, Sophie from France. Morning, Lorna. I'm going to give one word of warning. Morning, Audrey. And this only relates to those who are looking for German language stamp sets or kits that include stamps, as opposed to these, which don't include stamps. The pre-order for these kits has been so popular that the stock levels are at risk. So in Germany, or in German language, They are not going to be available until mid-June. They're rushing through some new kits, as in reprinting the kits. So yeah. So these jewels are the same type of jewel as the new in colour jewels. They're gorgeous. So in this, which is one of the non-stamping kits, I have got laser cut pieces. I've got sentiments, which are in German as well. So if you are in Germany and you want a German language kit, these will work. So you've got 2 lots of sentiments. So you make life brighter and a little note of cheer. And you get 3 sheets of those. Laser cut colour, laser cut. Absolutely, Christine. Yes, we've all been waiting for these. These are going to make great presents. They're also going to be really good for people who want to run classes without much prep for beginners. So again, more laser cut pieces. And I'm here for you always. Again, you know, these are in all... they're in Dutch, French, German and English. There's a little pack of glue dots. So those are those bits. Small pack of mini dimensionals. Card bases. Envelopes which are printed on the inside. And they're lovely scalloped envelopes. Different designs. This is one of the cards. So it's a butterfly shape. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? It's like Aurora Borealis, which I gather in the north of Scotland, there is a possibility of seeing the Aurora Borealis at the moment, if it's clear. So really, really great little kit. And as I say, no stamping involved. And there is a ruler. It's in metric, because this is for the European market, which obviously includes the UK. And we predominantly use... metric. So this is the kit we're going to be looking at today. This is the You Are My Anchor kit. Again, lots of colour instructions. So unlike Paper Pumpkin, where they're black and white, these are in colour, which I think makes it easier. So those are the instructions. And then we've got a roll of, I'm going to say linen thread, but thick linen thread. A stamping spot, Pacific Blue stamping spot. I'm going to use my full size to put this together, because why would I open this when I've got full size? These are great for travelling, so if you're going on holiday and you can't bear to go on holiday without some craft project, there we go. This is a block. Again, I'm going to be using my ergonomic block. It's about the size of a D block, but it's great. It's really sturdy, but I like the ergonomic blocks. Again, mini dimensionals, stamp set, and you've got You Are My Anchor, congratulations, you're a lifesaver, adventure awaits, thanks for you, ahoy, and then various images. And then this makes cards and boxes, so you can make a little gift card gift. Scalloped envelopes and absolutely, as well as the yes, that one. AB. So yes, these 2 bits make up a box. We will come to that. I've not made this kit up, I would say. Hello, Jenny. So this, you're going to see me doing this warts and all. So we've got 4 boxes. So I've got 1 out, and then these 3, and again, these are the cover for the box. And then we have got printed card bases, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 designs by the look of it. Yeah, 4 designs of card bases. Then die cut pieces. We've got Life Boys, anchors in 2 colours, lighthouse, and 2 sheets of those. Oh, that's another card base. And then we've got our die cuts for the sentiments, including some little hearts. So really lovely. Are there different kits each month? There are different kits all the time, Nora. So the idea is that these are going to be, unless they're very, very popular, in which case they may replace them, as in restock them. Basically, these are going to be while stocks last. So it's not going to be every month change, it's going to be a periodic change. So as one kit comes out, another one will come in. So it's not like the Paper Pumpkin where it's every month. And you can just go and look at what's available. You can only see what's available by going to the Stampin' Up website. There isn't a catalogue because it would need to be reprinted all the time. 10 to choose from at any one time is the basic idea, Christine, yes, unless you're looking for German language at the moment. So I am going to put away that because I'm not going to use it. I'm going to put away that because I'm not going to use it. I'm going to put away my mini dimensionals because I've got those out. Everything. In fact, let's be sensible and put away some of this stuff. So just sort myself out a bit. So I need a box, so I don't need those boxes. So those can go back in. I need one of each of the cards. Don't need that. I need one of those and one of those. And then the envelopes look to all be the same. So I need 4 envelopes by the look of it. And then the die cuts I will deal with as we get to them. So, literally I'm going to do this with these. Hello, Ruth. I haven't seen you for ages. Oh, nice to see you. So these are the new kits, Ruth. Or one of the new kits. They launch on the 1st of June. So, yeah. Right, so I'm going to start. And again, we've got a ruler. So I'm going to start here, and the first thing it says is that I need 9 inches or 22.9 centimetres, for crying out loud. Who's going to measure 22.9? I'm not. So might as well pop that to one side, so the end is there. So I need 22.9 centimetres. Oh, there are inches as well. That's good. So 9 inches, there we go. So I need 9 inches for this one. I might as well cut everything I need. 6 inches for the next one. And you are likely to end up with twine and things left over. Morning, Renee. Another 6 inches and then 7 inches. So another 6. Now, if I was making this as a sort of conveyor belt project, I would do all my prep and then do all my putting together. Late for a date. Woohoo! I will have a lovely day, Christine, and yeah, by all means PM me. So 7 inches. I'm being very brave and actually cutting to the size because I don't know if this is going to be right. And then we need 24, so I'm going to do 6 twice, and then Christine, I won't be around this evening, so because we are going out. So yes, I did 2 lots of 6 and then just doubled it. Right, so I don't need that anymore. So that's all of my twine cut. So for my first card, I can sometimes see the northern lights from your back door. Oh, wonderful. Oh, Audrey, I'm really jealous. So first one we need is a striped base. So I'll just make sure I've only got one, which I have. And because it's me, I'm going to de-pip because there are pips. This is part of the manufacturing process. They're just sort of punched out of sheets, and as part of that process there are, generally speaking, little bits left, which even if you can't see them, you can feel them, and that just does my head in because I am that sad. So that is that one de-pipped. So I'm going to fold that in half, grab my bone folder, which I can't see for looking, ironed, That kit looks interesting. Looks like I've arrived on. You have. So there are about... You have been AOL forever. There are about 10 kits. Some of them might have stamps in and some of them are just put together with pre-printed stuff. So with my 9-inch piece of twine, which is... I now can't work out which one's which. That piece. All I'm going to do is tie this around. Is that 9 inches? Probably. Let me grab a ruler. I don't want to use the wrong piece, having cut them. It's certainly nothing. It's certainly none of the other length, so 9 inches. We'll call it 9 inches. So this goes round here, and you tie it in a knot. Would I do that if it was me? Possibly not. Now, what I would say is I'm not sure that's long enough, because the idea is that this sticks out at each end, and I don't think it's going to. I need that. So it's that. See, I don't think that's going to allow me to have the bits sticking out the side. But anyway, we'll do it as per instructions and see what happens. I think this is just going to hide underneath. Because there is no matting, of course. In fact, I would definitely cut this after I'd tied it. The nautical stripe's lovely, isn't it? Have a great time, Christine. Yeah, I would keep this attached to the reel before I cut it, because it is quite snug and therefore the ends are quite short. You're making baby cards. I have got to make a birthday card for my brother, because why would I expect to have done that, bearing in mind it's his birthday today and we're seeing him later. Right, so I'm actually going to pop this to one side because I want the knot to show, and it's not going to at 9 inches long. Just saying. Come on. So if you curve your card base, you can then move that. So I'm going to have my knot there, and I have done a beautiful reef knot, I should hasten to add. So I'm going slightly off-piste. Right, so first things first. This is a photopolymer stamp set. So the first thing I am going to do is attack it to get any film off. So this is my white eraser, and I'm just rubbing over all of the images just to make sure that if there is any of the release film left, I'm taking it off. The other way to do this is to ink it up and stamp with it, spush it about a bit and then clean it, but this works quite well. Morning, Pam. Right, so I need the anchor. Pop that onto my block. Just make sure it's actually straight, as in not bent as a piece. Now I am going to test this on a piece of scrap, also known as a delivery note, just to make sure it's stamping well before I commit to my die cut. You've never seen that done with an eraser? Oh, okay. I always do. Left over, right and under, right over. Absolutely, Audrey. There is something on there that's just picking up a divot. That's better. Now, these are photopolymer, so you may want to bring in, and I will, your stamping mat. So this is a circle, so it's really easy to stamp because you don't have to get it straight. And then that's always a good sign. If you pick up the stamp or the piece with your stamp, that means you've got it well inked. Now again, there are pips, So I am just going to, probably should have done this before I stamped it, but hey, when did that ever stop me? This isn't Memento, which has a tendency to be damp for a while. This is classic ink, which tends to dry quite quickly. Right, so don't need that anymore, so let's clean it off, preferably without leaving loads of ink on the block. That's better. Now, if you don't have a stamp cleaner, if you must, you can use a baby wipe, but that will put fluff on your stamp and it will also impact on the environment. But you can wash these in soap and water because they are washable. Right, so I also need, shouldn't have put my block away, I need congratulations. Now this I am definitely going to stamp at an angle because I find it much easier to stamp at an angle, or have the stamp at an angle, if I'm going into something where I want it straight. These are all the same size. I'm going to leave them in. I know I'm not the only one to depip, Audrey. I had you in mind when I depipped. Oh, I've managed to pick up ink on my block, but that's fine. So, congratulations. And of course I should be using the pad, and I should have tested the stamp first. It was your 60th birthday last night. Whoa! Generous gift of some pennies from your big brother with instructions to get crafty stuff. Oh, wonderful. Ooh, Ruth, you may want to wait until June. The reason I say that is because there are lots of discounts coming from items in the mini catalogue. So the current spring, what I call spring-summer catalogue, is the retiring list has just come out, as in what the reductions are going to be. So you may want, if there's anything in there that you want, it may be worth waiting until Monday, but they will be while stocks last. I can't remember if you've got the current catalogue. If you don't, please drop me a line, an email, or do a catalogue request from my website, and I'll pop one in the post to you. I can't remember if I sent you the new annual, is what I'm saying, or indeed whether I sent you the mini, because I can get you a mini catalogue out as well. Right, okay, so this is going to have some dimensionals on the back. I'm going to use big dimensionals because I've got them, but obviously the minis would be fine too. Doesn't actually matter which up is because it's just going to go over. And just having a look at who's saying what to whom. Right, so that, as I say, I want to have to one side just because I want that not showing. And then that, let's fold that up. That goes kind of in the middle, so I'm definitely going to push that to one side. Like that, and then I can pull that end out in a minute, but at least we've got one end showing. And then this just has mini glue dots on it, which are included in the kit, but I'm going to use seal, but there are mini glue dots included in the kit, but for speed and all that good stuff I will use seal because I've got it. Oops. And then this goes right the way through the middle. Edge it a little bit more. And that is our first card done. One down. Okay, so I shall indeed wait and have a look. I'm doing a video, goes live on Monday, Ruth, where I walk through the catalogue. So have a look at that, and then it will give you an idea of whether or not you need to do things now or later. Right, so I need a blank that I haven't got out is what I need. Bear with me, there we go. There it is. Right, so again, sorry, but I am going to depip. And actually just running your snips along the edge does mean you tend to catch them. For anyone who is looking for anything in the mini catalogue that isn't going into the annual, please be aware that if it is reduced, it is while stocks last, but also, more importantly, it is the bundles are not reduced. So the items in the bundles may be reduced, but the actual bundles are not. So if you want the stamp set and the dies or punch or whatever, you are better to order them separately from 1st of June than using the bundle code. Certainly we haven't been advised of any reductions in the bundle price, so do bear that in mind. But as I say, there's a video going live on Monday afternoon from memory, maybe late morning, where I walk through the catalogue. Not keen on the wee size of the card. Yeah, but it's just something different, I guess, Audrey. You have been away too long. Right, so this just gets looped through. So for me, what I would do is actually do a loop and just loop the ends through. I think it looks like they've done a knot, but I like a loop, and then just pull that and that, and then that sits nice and flat, whereas a knot would be quite bulky. Right, so I need You're My Anchor, or You Are My Anchor even, which is that one. Now the other way to prep your stamps if you don't have an eraser is just to rub them. That will take the finish off as well. So we need the one with the red hearts at the front, and then I am going to remember to bring in my mat, not least of all because we're going straight onto the card, which always terrifies me a little bit. So I do everything I can to make sure things work all right. Now they're kind of centering under the heart. I'm going to go over to the right because that just makes me happier. So there is a little bit of flexibility. Morning, Kay. Is the card the size card in all the kits? No, they're all different, Lorna. Yes, you prefer a loop as well, Audrey. I always prefer a loop. So that's my You Are My Anchor. So no, all of the kits are different. Some of them are mini kits, some of them are just gift wrap. So there's one which has got pillow boxes, this one which has got little boxes as well as the cards. So they're all different is the answer to that question. Now I need a little heart, which is a little gold heart, which has a glue dot on the back of it. So let me just grab one of these. Looks like we've got lots and lots of spare hearts. I think we've got lots of the small tag as well, but I don't know yet. I don't know. Right, now somewhere I've got my craft tweezers, and I'm actually going to use glue again. Some mini glue dots on a live. Not my idea of a good way to spend your time. So that then just pops in there. Now if you're good with little bits of dimensional, you could put little bits of dimensional there, but don't have to. And then they say to have a glue dot there, there, there and there, so I'm going to ignore that and just put some a little bead of adhesive, but as I say, the glue dots are included. So you do not need, if you're crafting on the go. Morning, Melissa from Florida. If you're crafting on the go, you do not need to take anything else with you. You can just use what's in the kit. So that's that one done. So really quick. And then just fold that in half. So I would think these are more suitable for putting on a gift, so as a tag on a gift, rather than as a card as such. Right, so next one is the one with the life buoy, and we need the one with all the anchors for the card base. So this one. So again, I'm going to get my scissors and just de-pip. Gosh, it must be early in Florida, or late, depending on which way you look at it. So yes, de-pip my card, de-pip my anchor, and it's got an inside as well. So the idea of these kits, from a demonstrator point of view, are that you don't look at them and go, oh, here's 59 million different alternative projects. The idea is that these are kits to use as they are, and they are aimed at the new crafter. So perfect for gifting, because obviously you're giving someone a gift that includes everything they need. Or if you are an established crafter, great for on the go, or if you want to just do quick projects, perfect. And as I say, the makeup of the kits will change as time goes on. Some of the popular ones will be replaced. Ones that are less popular won't be. Where are you planning going with your kit? Oh, you ain't going nowhere. No, I think I'm with you. 4:30, you're a night owl. Okay, so you've stayed up as opposed to getting up early. So this, I'm hoping, is my... Oh, it's a 6-inch piece, right? So it's this one. So all we're doing is looping so that the loop is round the white. Now I'm going to use larger mini glue dots because I've got larger mini glue dots, rather than trying to pick them up off the mat, the sheet. So I'm going to pop my glue dots in place, and again I would say I'm going to retract what I said earlier about cutting all your thread before you start. I think I would leave it on the reel and cut as I go. I can't believe that they haven't given us extra. Hi from Queensland in Australia. 7:30 in the evening. That would make sense if it's morning in the US and kind of coming up towards late morning, late morning, midday in the UK. That would make sense. So that needs to go on there. And then I think smaller loops are probably the order of the day. Obviously I can pull this up if it's not right, because they're not that sticky. These, well, I mean, they are that sticky, but they're... Yeah, you see, I think this is a bit short. I think I would cut this a little longer. That's just me. Sorry, you can tell I'm concentrating. I've gone quiet. Maybe the answer is I don't want to go in so far. So I want that to be further towards the edge. So just nip. So I am going to start looking at doing beginner kit classes via Zoom. No, that is the right length. It is the right length. I take it all back. Yep. So yes, I'm going to start doing Zoom mini kit classes. Hi B. So anyone who is interested in that or knows someone who's interested in those, what I will probably do is I will pick a kit for that class, order them all up, and then post them out to you, because that will be less expensive on the postage, because otherwise you have to pay the postage on each kit separately. Right, so all I need to do is to attach this to my card front. I need to stamp a You're My Lifesaver on a die cut, and then I'm good to go. So again, really quick, particularly if you don't faff with the twine, which is now annoying me, but never mind, it'll be fine. That's the one that's annoying me. That's too long now. That'll be better. That's better. Perfect-ish. So pop that in the middle and grab another of these. So switch out my You're the Anchor to You Are a Lifesaver. Pop that on my block. Prep it. Get the sleeves out of the way so I don't end up with Pacific Point all over my sleeves. Stamp. And as I say, there is an ink pad in the kit, but as I have a full ink pad, I'm going to leave that intact, the one that's in the kit intact, so that I've got it for travelling. And again, just depip. And this suggests that you want a dimensional at each end. I'm going to go off-piste and just put one in the middle, because I think that's going to be better. And why should I not do what I want to do? And then I'm going to pop a little bit of adhesive where I think it's going to attach to the Life Boy, and then grab my and then just pop that in the middle, attach it to the dimensional in the middle. I just don't think there's enough room for dimensional at each end here. So that's that one. Right, last card, methinks. So I need the large die cut. I need the same sentiment. So that's easy because that's already on my block. Get another block for the large lighthouse stamp. My arm, excuse me, thank you Jenny for asking, my arm is fine. I can just about, sorry I've got a runny nose, I can just about feel where it was, but it's basically fine. Now this I am going to just prep and make sure that I'm getting a good stamp before I actually go onto the die cut. I felt a little tired yesterday and a little achy, but so I had it on Thursday late-ish afternoon. Sorry, my nose really is running. Let me just turn away. Don't know why, hay fever probably. So that's stamping nicely. So yes, I felt a little achy and a little tired yesterday, but not like I was after the first one. And after the first one, it took me about 3 days before I knew where the injection site was. The actual injection was totally painless. It's a very fine needle. So, and I'm really not good with injections. I went through 6 months of chemo, fortunately with a port, so I didn't actually have to have injections as part of the thing. But I still didn't like it, because although I could... Anyway, that's a different story. Anyway, so yes, I didn't feel as bad after this one as I did after the other. And I was able to bring it forward because they decided I was geriatric. I brought it forward by a week, which was useful because it's my team virtual retreat next Saturday, which reminds me, next Saturday I won't be here because I have my team virtual retreat. So which starts at 10 o'clock. So I will not be live next Saturday. I will put out a video, but it won't be a live one. So yeah, no, I'm fine. I think part of the problem last time was that I'd only just recovered from COVID. So you've had your hat trick. Yay! I like that. Oh, I understand. I'm Jerry and this is my hat trick. Yes, geriatric. The nurse who did my jab, when I said, you know, I was a week earlier than I was originally planning, and I said it was because I'm geriatric, she just laughed. Not quite sure why. But anyway, she did. She just laughed. Right, so I need my other short piece for this. And again, we're tying it in a knot. Now, they seem to have it in a kind of loose knot. Don't understand that. Why would you have it in a loose knot? Anyway. Now, strangely, I think this should be 6 inches long and the other one should be 7. But that's just me. So that's my knot, because those ends would stick out. Oh, except it's a smaller piece as well. So yeah, I would definitely say 6 inches would be enough for this, and 7 for the first one. So that's going to go there, that's going to go there, and we need the... Oh, it's not the last card. There's 5. So we need this one, and then we've got the box. So this goes on there like that. There's a heart that goes up there. So this goes on dimensionals. Now they're putting 1 in each corner. I am going to put 1 in the middle as well, because I can. So come tomorrow, not only will my husband and I have had our second jabs, and my brother and sister-in-law, but my niece, who is on the not critical list, but she's asthmatic, so she's already had her first jab. Even though she's 23, she was called early for her jab because she was asthmatic. I haven't depipped. So she has her second jab tomorrow, which is good. I will finish depipping later. This goes straight over the top and near the twine. So again, I'm going to use adhesive, and I'm actually going to put it on here because that's going to be easier than trying to faff around with an adhesive-y whatnot. So you're a lifesaver, and then another gold heart. And again, this should be with a glue dot, but I'm going to use a dot of glue rather than a glue dot. You don't need much. And then that can go just there. And I know I haven't depipped it. I will survive. So that's that card. So I think we've got one more card and then the box. So the card is this one, which is stunning and foiled. I'll just take off the worst pips, which tend to be the ones at the end, and then I'll depip the rest later. We need Adventure Awaits. So I need to clean my You Are a Lifesaver stamp. enjoy listening to Liz too. Her sense of humour is infectious. Oh, thank you, Val. Isn't there a box in this kit, Liz? Yes, there is, Kay, and I will be doing that last. Adventure awaits. There is indeed a box. We're hanging on Liz's every word. Oh dear, that's sad. Have fun at the opticians, Pam. I'm going to see you next weekend. I mean, virtually, because Pam is one of my team. So I'm hoping all of their boxes have arrived. I sent them off earlier in the week. I've got one that I know has arrived in Germany. Always worries me a little bit sending things overseas these days, because you just don't know what customs are going to do. But I do think that it's arrived. From memory, I did see that it had arrived. I think it arrived probably quicker than the ones I sent to the UK. But who knows? It certainly arrived really quickly. I did send it express, just to be on the safe side. Yours has arrived, Lorna. Good. Have you opened it yet, or are you waiting until the day? You can actually open the box, because there's a program of what we're doing on the top of the box, on top of the tissue paper, which says you can open the box if you want, but if you do open the box, please don't share what's in it until the day, so that there's no spoilers. Right, so I need one of these. So there's going to be a lot of bits left over, so you can make lots of other cards with this kit. So yeah, although we as demonstrators are being encouraged not to do alternative projects, I might have to do a this is what's left and this is what you could do with it project. Right, so card is here. Adventure awaits. Right, so I need dimensionals. Oh, I need a cloud. So let's grab a smaller block. So far I haven't used the starfish, the heart, the small anchor, the boat, or the wheel. I will be using the boat momentarily, because that goes onto the front of the box. So little clouds, and they're suggesting that we put that there. You want it near enough to the edge so that it's not on the foil. Actually, I don't need that, so I'll pop that to one side. Right, dimensionals on the back of this, they say 3, so the mini ones, but 3. I might actually use a mini on the very top. And then Adventure Awaits just has glue dots, so I will use glue. So the key to this is going to be to line up the top of the lighthouse with the starburst. And to get it straight, there we go. And then, let me just do that, and then Adventure Awaits. Again, I'm going to put some adhesive on this, because it will be quicker than trying to put glue dots on. So just a little bit of adhesive in the middle. You could, if you wanted, put some dimensionals on the ends for this one, because this definitely overhangs enough that you could get mini dimensionals underneath. So that's that one. So, box. So these are your 2 bits for the box, and they also want you to use this, and I am going to de-pip this. So this is where you want your long piece of twine. And then there's that. So I'm going to stamp this with the little ship, boat even, and for you. So the only sentiments we haven't used are ahoy and thanks. And then for the images, we haven't used or won't have used the anchor, the heart, the starfish, or the wheel. Everything else we will have used. Oh, thank you, Audrey. I'm hoping it will be a good day. If I don't get a move on, she'll be too big. Oh, have a good day, Jenny. Right, so I'm going to put my boat on first. And then... Oh, thank you, Kay. Bless you. I work on the premise that life sucks, so you might as well have some fun. Why make life harder than it actually is? Right, so that's that. So for the box, do they actually tell you how to put the box together? So we're starting with this. So I always like to start, if anything is scored, the first thing I like to do is to fold it. Oh, thank you. That's very kind, Val. So yes, if it's scored, fold it. So I'm pre-recording most of the not all of the content, but any of the projects for my retreat I'm pre-recording, because I have had in the past some issues with my Wi-Fi dropping out. So if I pre-record it and send links that are all scheduled, it should carry on whether I can get on or not. So those go in, that goes over. So I'm going to be pushing those two sides in quite hard before I do that, because this has got to fit into this. Excuse me. So that goes in. Oh, and while I have got some of you still, do remember to not only subscribe to this channel, but also if you want to see what I'm up to, subscribe to my newsletter. I do have a "if you are a demonstrator, please don't subscribe" message that goes out when you first subscribe. I'm not totally stuck with that, but yeah. So I think there are two ways round this, but please do subscribe to my newsletter. You can do that from my website. This is quite snug. Morning, Karen. Oh no, it is sort of square. I think there is one way that's going to be easier than the other though, so just play with it a bit. Hi, Leslie. So that is that. This is loose. Okay, so we're going to take our large piece of twine. We're going to get a blue die cut anchor from our die cut sheet. And there are lots, because there's two sheets. So there's two sheets of the coloured die cuts and one sheet of the foiled die cuts, but there's quite a few spares of some of the foiled die cuts. Those are the worst of the pips. So this is going to be a little bit fiddly, but it's going to be okay. So what you're going to do is take your ends and feed them through your anchor and through your whatnot. Morning, Rachel. Getting them through your whatnot may be easier said than done. It's going to be easier said than done. Hi, Morel from Australia. Good evening. So that's what you're looking to do, and apparently we're just going to leave those hanging in the breeze. Fine. And then you're going to tie your bow. So obviously we can adjust exactly where it is once we've done that. Do I need 24 inches of this? I don't think I do. But I would need to cut it before I did this. So let's do my half knot and pull that reasonably tight. And then I think the rose kit looks really nice. I think I might have it. I haven't ordered all of them on pre-order, but quite a lot. So yeah, you do not need 24 inches for this. Just saying. I would think 22 would be more than sufficient. And probably don't even need that many inches. And then this, you can just pull round to where you want it. Get your bow to sit nicely. And there you have your finished piece. So I am going to just trim the ends a wee bit because they are a bit long. And I think I'm right in thinking, does that work? That your cards, yeah, will fit very nicely into your box. So you could use this as a gift box for your cards. So there we are. Let me clear some of the debris and take a look at the cards in this kit. So our box, this was the first one where I do think this needs to be a bit longer, this piece of twine. Let me just get that out. Oops, come on. Out, out. Pop that over the top. So I think you probably need 7 inches, if not more, on this, because you've got to have, the idea is that the ends go out the sides. So let me just make sure that those are all visible. So you've got 5 cards. Let me just check. Yep. 5 cards, 2 of each of the cards, and a gift box. So we've got there's a whole, basically there's going to be a whole sheet of die, typical me, there's going to be a whole sheet of die cuts and a bit more left over for the coloured die cuts. For the card, these 2 you're going to use both, but everything else you've got extras. And then of course you've got your stamps that you can still use. So, actually use all 4 of these because there are 4 boxes. And yeah, so you'll have you need 4 blue anchors, but you've got 8. You need 2 red anchors, but you've got 4. 2 of these and you've got 6. 2 of these and you've got 6. So lots left. They would be great as gift cards, Kim. Okay, sorry. Absolutely. So yeah, pop that in an envelope and put it on a Prezi. I might be doing that with my brother's present for this afternoon, because that would be the perfect size. So yes, probably congratulations would be the most appropriate one. But of course you can switch the sentiments between. You're very welcome, Bee. Great as accents on a larger card. They would be great as accents on a larger card. So what you could do is actually, because some of them are printed on both sides, in fact they're all, you could actually cut these into squares. But I will have a look at what you can do with the leftovers, and I may use one of the sets of cards as leftovers. I don't know. Possibly not this, because it's only on one side, but I will certainly have a look just to see when what I can get out of what's left, but not alternative projects, just what you can do with the leftovers, because as I say, we are being urged to not do alternative projects. So anyway, go live on the 1st, unless you want German stamped sentiments, in which case it's going to be later in June, because the Germans have just gobbled them all up. So let's see. I don't know if I've got the rose kit instantly to hand, but let me just have a quick look, Kay. apparently not. No, can't see the rose card in the rose kit. I may not have got the rose kit. Can't remember. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. We are almost exactly an hour, so that's never bad. Have a fantastic weekend. Do remember to give me a thumbs up if you have enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you don't already, bottom right hand corner. Let me bring my face up. Do have a look at my website to subscribe for my newsletter, because then you'll get to see what I'm up to. So I do monthly kits, all sorts. You're very welcome, Ruth. I can't wait for you to start crafting properly. So yes, thank you very much indeed. Have a great bank holiday weekend with nice weather in the UK. And I will see you again. I will be live on Thursday at 11 o'clock UK time. Sorry, Tuesday, 11 o'clock UK time. Thursday, 3 p.m. UK time. Not next Saturday because we've got our team retreat, but I will have a video next Saturday for you. Any questions, any concerns, just drop me an email. My email address is on my website. Anyone watching a replay, if you've got any questions, just leave me a comment and I will get back to those. Thank you very much indeed. Have a fantastic weekend. I will bring up my end screen.